To Bruce Stadium, greeted by plenty of sunshine in the Australian Capital Territory, and it is Carl Harrison that leads them out. Just one win from their last 4 matches. That was against Sheffield. They've had losses to the big 3, Wigan, Bradford and St Helens in recent weeks. So they need to turn things around. 1 Aussie, David Bouvang, 1 Kiwi, Martin Moana, and 3 Pacific Islanders, Moni, Tuolangi and Umanga. There are the Pacific Islanders making up 3 of the backline positions. Umanga at fullback, Tuolangi on one wing, Moni on the other. Bouvang, a former North Queensland Cowboy and Gold Coast player. Dio Powell, a Welsh international. The halves are very nippy, I'm told, Pearson and Dean. Harrison leads the way, almost 450 first-grade performances for the number 8. He is the captain. And number 21, Jackson. He's a former Great Britain second rower. The coach is John Pendlebury, who did his apprenticeship at Wigan. As the Raiders make their way out, still 7 internationals in the squad. No Laurie Daly, no Brett Mullins today, but some familiar names in the side. The flags are waving already as we check the line out for you. Dagus at the back, Lightning and Boyle on the wings. Croker back in the starting 13 for the first time this year. Wiki alongside him, and Burnham in for Laurie Daly. And in the front row, it's DeVico, Brittis and Hetherington. A handy back 3, Kennedy, Ferner and Clyde. The coach, the one and only, Mel Meninga. Mike Umanga gets things underway. The first round of the Visa Cup, and it is Luke DeVico. Poor start on defence. Great start, though, by the attacking side. The Canberra Raiders and Royston Lightning already 5 metres inside the Halifax territory. Joining us sideline today is former Canberra Raider Brent Todd. Welcome back to the old stamping ground, Brent.
Yeah, well, it's great to be back here, Greg. I haven't been here since my playing days, and I tell you, I got that spine-tingling feeling when I walk onto this ground. It's a great ground, and it's in fine condition. We are in for an exciting game of football today, as the Raiders have already started so well. And if anybody thinks the Raiders are going to get beaten, think again, because the Raiders today will bolt it. I have to say that for the next Raider.
Close to the line already, and it could be a great start for them. It is! Well, Brett Todd, you picked it. Talk about bolting. They are in their first set of 6, and the Halifax Blue Sox have been, well, set back on their heels, I tell you. Hetherington bursting over. This is from the kickoff, Gary.
This is great work. Great, but it's great work by DeVico. Just they try to take him up high, try to put him on his back, and didn't he show some speed for a big man, DeVico? I tell you, Umanga does a great job there. He had to beat him, and he was away laughing. But other than that, the Canberra forwards are just going for it. You see here, Brett Hetherington going for the try. Again, players going low, but he just shows enormous power and strength to get over there, and Brian Grant right on the spot to award the try.
4 points to 0. Another look at it here. Oh, I don't know what was going through the minds of the Halifax players, but they were asleep from the kickoff on defence. So Brett Hetherington, he scores the try, his second for 1997. 8 points now, nearing a century of matches for Canberra. He will be delighted with that start. And David Ferner is about 13 metres in from touch. He'll try and add the extras. Ferner, 62% for this year. This time, though, he's pushed it across the face of the goal. So, no extra points, but a great start. It's 4 points to 0. Brett Todd, what a start.
Yeah, good stuff, and I'm sure the Raiders forwards will try and dominate, and really soft defence there from Halifax early on. Their coach won't be happy with that.
The coach, John Pendlebury.
Wait for the whistle, please, David.
He played 2 years for Halifax, as well as 6 for Wigan and 6 for Bradford.
Yep.
Now it is the Canberra Raiders with the restart. Opportunity now for them to regroup. Carl Gillespie plays it about 11 metres out from his own line. Here's the skipper, big Carl Harrison. He's going to lead from the front today. He'll need to get them back on track. This is Michael Jackson, 6 caps for Great Britain, the second rower. Better stuff now, but big defence also. DeVico really drove into Carl Gillespie. Some one-out stuff at the moment by the Blue Sox from Halifax. Back to the half-back Dean. He gets the kick in. Royston Lightning takes it about 21 metres out from his own line. He's been in great form, Royston Lightning.
He certainly has been in great form. That's good defence there by Halifax side, the Red Sox. The Blue Sox, I should say.
jumpers, I guess you're close.
Well, I was pretty close, wasn't I?
12. Hey, go away, Green. Out here, lad. 12. Quick chat, please, man. Mate, we don't want the swinging arm. Hey, you swung the arm, man. All right. Beg your pardon? It doesn't matter, mate. You're still going to swing the arm. We don't want it in the pitch.
No wonder Brian Grant, they're asking for that explanation from that player. Baldwin couldn't understand him. I don't think there was really much in this tackle. I think this is where it comes in now. Oh, it's just a little bit of a facial there, you might say.
And really, they're playing into Canberra's hands if they're going to go in with those swinging arms, because they're not hurting anybody, and it just gives Canberra another set of 6.
Good field position to start the set with. Already inside the Halifax territory. Pritters with the tap out to DeVico. Taken by Rowley, and over the top was Harrison. They drive him back towards the halfway mark. Pritters waits for it again. The try scorer, Hetherington, looking for a gap just wide of the ruck. It's soon closed there. Now it's Burnham. Ferner out wide. Great ball to Nagas. Ken Nagas puts a foot on the pedal, gets her a pretty ordinary tackle at the back, and Kenny Nagas is in for another one. Oh, they're running hot early on here at Bruce Stadium. The Canberra Raiders, they've scored 2 tries in the first 5 minutes. 8 points to 0.
Oh, great work once again, the Canberra Raiders. Not really worried about getting tied up in any mess. There's a great ball by Burnham here. Runs to the line, drops it in short by Ferner. Oh, terrific pace here by Nags. I thought Umaga had him covered. Comes up with a pretty easy missed tackle there. And Nagas goes in for the second Canberra Raiders try.
And just look for Ruben Wiki on this replay now. Ruben Wiki takes out the player. Just watch him here. He's the decoy runner. Holds the defence up. There he goes. And that's what opened the gap up for the Raiders out wide. And I think they're going to be too strong in the backs.
Well, the early signs suggest that one. Nagas in for his second try. What a season he's having. The New South Wales and Australian representative. Probably his first touch of the football in this match, and he's in for a try. Ominous signs for Halifax here in the World Club Challenge as Ferner moves in. 11 in from touch. It's waved away again. So the radar is offline early on as far as the goal kicking goes, but nothing wrong with the try scoring department.
Yeah, that was a great set of 6 from the Raiders forwards too. They're paving the way, holding on to the ball. If you complete your sets of 6, what I'm trying to say, then this back line will finish it for you. But really, once again, soft defence from this English side.
Of course, the Raiders are without 2 of their big guns in the back line, Laurie Daly and Brett Mullins. Rowley at dummy half.
I'd say they're bigger than big guns, mate. They are cannons, those 2.
Tuolangi plays it in front of his uprights. Now this is Harrison, makes it to the 30, but gets the pass away to Umaga. He looked for support, but it was good defence by Royston Lightning. The Halifax Blue Sox, this is better stuff, and it's the second row. Michael Jackson makes it to halfway. A rare touch of the football inside the Raiders territory for Halifax. Rowley, they have big raps on this man. He's only 22, already played 1 test for England. Dean,
In front of the kicker, man.
midfield bomb. Boyle waits for it. They allow it to bounce. Almost giving the football to the Blue Sox because it was the final tackle. In the end, it goes into touch.
There for the changeover. Please play it out. Ball here. Just wait till I get back. I'll give you a call. Wait up. Wait.
Yeah, we see this a lot now in the Super League games where the defending side will let the ball bounce on the ground, then wait for the opposition to take it to finish off that tackle so they do get the ball back again. I think sometimes you really got to take another option and catch the ball and take the tackle for your team.
Well, now it's the Raiders going wide again. It's out wide as Ferner, back to Burnham. Ruben Wiki. Wiki, the inside pass to Royston Lightning. Tried the change of pace, the old goose step almost, but it didn't come off. Now it's Ben Kennedy.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about Ricky Stewart having a big one out there. He's already dictating terms. He's doing all the talking right down here on the sideline. I'm telling you, I'm that close to them. I might as well be out there playing. Ricky is telling everyone where to go, directing them. He's playing a fine captain's knock.
Now this is Clyde. Brent Todd talking about a comeback. I don't think I heard that, did I? Burnham, the inside pass to Nagas, the try scorer. There's a big gap there. He needed someone on his hip, it wasn't there. And so he took the tackle on the final tackle now. Stewart, the long ball over the top. It's been knocked on and towed ahead by Halifax. The referee will come them back, bring them back for the hand over it.
Gotta mark
A mistake on the final tackle, the knock-on to be played. They look dangerous again, the Raiders.
They certainly do. Out wide, they are catching Halifax out quite easily. The problem is when you have a slide defence, if you have guys going through like Ruben Wiki taking out those players, you will come up short of numbers. But isn't it nice to hear a referee, Toddy, saying, bring back that ball, please?
Yes, well, I'm glad he's not speaking to someone like you. He probably would have copped a mouthful.
You want to worry about your own game.
We'll get back to this game.
And again,
And it is Halifax 10 from halfway.
I think Halifax, if they're going to try and get and match it with Canberra, they've got to go wide early on the tackles. Canberra not really chasing at all. I think that will benefit them in there, especially in their attack. It's a great kick.
Clearing kick. And Lightning will pick it up inside the in-goal area. Oh, got out of it. No problem whatsoever. In the end, he was taken there by the number 4, Asaramoni. Nagus allowed to offload to DeVico. He got it away to Kennedy. Now they've got some numbers over on the far side. Croker starting to warm up. He got it over here to David Boyle. And Boyle's going to race away. They're not going to catch him from there. From one end of the field to the other. David Boyle will put it down underneath the black dot. And that's 3 tries in the opening 10 minutes to the Canberra Raiders. I'd like to have a look at the final pass. It could be termed a line ball, but the points are on the board. 12 points to 0.
Oh, they are just devastating from broken play again. This guy here, Nagus, gets out of one, drops the ball. This is a great ball by DeVico. That ball there, I thought, looked a bit forward too. This is Croker. Oh, that is about half a metre in forward. Half a metre forward, that ball. But anyway, now they pay for the try there. He's only been back for a couple of games as Boyle as he goes virtually nearly underneath the post.
12 points to 0. Let's have a look at this final pass again. Croker, he was drawing the last line of defence. He knew he had Boyle unmarked on the outside and, well, looked to be a half a metre forward, almost in front of you, Brent Todd.
Well, it was right in front of me, and as much as it hurts me to say that was a forward pass, but it doesn't matter because the points are on the board and Canberra are hot.
I think it does matter to the Halifax side. I think the linesman should have picked that up. He was in line running down the field there, Toddy. It's a little bit disappointing because Halifax had defended well for the first 3 tackles of that start.
Well, in effect, really, there was no need for Boyle to overrun Croker because he was unmarked. Line breaks at the moment. Canberra 4-0, and they've managed to score 3 tries. It was converted by Ferner from right in front, as you would expect. Harrison got it over to Bouvang, and the former Cowboy from North Queensland is tackled.
Yeah, I was talking to Mal Winninger a little bit earlier before the game, and he said one thing that his team has worked on is their defence, and really they are muscling up here in defence and putting in some big hits. And you'll see the Canberra side, when they get a little bit of a lead, they'll play with a lot of arrogance and start pushing the pass and really trying things because they know that they're going to win this game. I think we're in for a big scoreline.
Up over halfway. That's Michael Jackson.
Talk to you, mate. 4.
Put it through the hands, Moana. We haven't seen much of him. Now it's out to Budayo Powell. And Powell had to pop it out the back door to keep it alive. Pearson linking up with Umunga. He's taken DeVico over the top and Ferner underneath. Final tackle coming up. They go to the short side. Moana with the grubber kick off the legs.
Still 5 and last.
It's still 5 and last. It wasn't played at, according to the referee.
Yeah, I thought Boyle played at that ball. Dean, you're saying it's just a ricochet off the boot there, but he thought he stuck his foot out there to try and stop that ball going over the line.
So maybe a couple of calls going against to Halifax at the moment. Right under pressure, the visitors are. That time 3 or 4 of them are in there to drive DeVico back inside his own half. Kennedy. What a season Ben Kennedy's having, the leading try scorer for the Canberra Raiders. 9 tries. Now it's Stewart. Just directing the traffic. Croker. Inside pass to Nagus. Ken Nagus with the fullback to beat. Got it over to Boyle. Boyle went without it though. A let off there for Halifax. Every time Nagus comes into the back line, there is something special about to happen.
Oh, how scary is that when you turn around? This bloke comes in from the back line. A great inside ball here. Once again, catching that sliding defence. And I thought Boyle was away for all money. Great ball there by Croker. Nagus does a great job here. Watch this, in and away. Gets the ball around them. Oh, There was no one in front of him to stop him scoring another try.
Yeah, and it's one thing having a guy. That's the big thing about the Raiders, having someone like Ricky Stewart.
Outside prop, please, Carl. Outside foot, Carl. That's better.
He's got so many options, hasn't he? I'm just trying to work around the ref there, boys. He's got so many options really in his game, and you know, that face pass, he can cut out players, he can do what he wants. He's a little genius.
Ciramoni plays it. Now it's Umaga.
Stand up again, no hands.
To the short side they work. Michael Jackson. He's been pretty impressive. He likes to take the ball forward, Jackson. They need plenty of that from his fellow Blue Sox team members. The inside pass, but the Raiders read it pretty well. 5 from halfway. Rowley at dummy half. Pearson, the 5'8", looking for his outside men. No way of piercing the defence there. Baldwin, the second row, was standing out wide, but they read that pretty well. And now the kick finds touch. So they completed the set of 6 on that occasion. I guess their coach, John Pendlebury, will breathe a sigh of relief.
Carl? Carl? Are you familiar with the downtown situation from the play the ball? Just be a bit careful of that. Don't go past the play the ball. Yeah, from the kick. Don't go past the play the ball before he plays it. I'll try and help you.
Well, Dean puts in a great kick there, but I think in that situation there, Canberra players were really harassing him, and I think what they should do is let the ball out a bit wider, Greg. I think they would have got him on the left-hand side because there was no one there in defence for Canberra. They've gone all chasing the kicker. I think they should try and run on that last tackle.
Well, now it is the Raiders, about 22 out from their own line. On attack. And Ruben Wiki got away from a couple. Still going is Ruben Wiki. Great run by the Kiwi international.
I'm glad he didn't score a try there because I wouldn't be able to go through all the players that missed him.
Royston Lightning waits for the dummy half. Ferner, big line-up out to the left. The inside pass pays off again. Ben Kennedy with a bit of room to move. Kennedy got away from 1, 2. What a try! Ben Kennedy underneath the black dot. That's the 4th try to the Canberra Raiders. 18 points to 0. Simple stuff in the end. Terrible defence, but Ben Kennedy moves into double figures now. That's his 10th try for the season.
On the defence of the Halifax side, you know, a little bit disappointing. We're going right back down here through to Ruben Wiki. He pushes off about half a dozen of the side here. And look, they're just falling off tackles that they should be making. I don't know whether it's that travel time in the air from England to here that's really put them off their game here today, but some of their defence, you see big Carl Harrison going in to try and slow it down. But again, Ricky Stewart directing traffic, another inside ball. If you do slide in defence, you've got to have cover from the other side. And he's just pushing away tacklers as he goes over for the try.
Under the black dot.
Hey, come to me later on, mate, when we've got a break. I reckon I talk a load of crap anyway.
No comment there.
Thanks, David.
Wide for sound. Brian Grant, the referee. And from right in front, David Ferner adds the extra 2. So it is now 20 points to 0.
And Halifax are making a change. Chris Chester's going on for Martin Moana.
Well, I don't know which players that he was talking about there, Brian Grant, but he does try and help the players throughout the game, which is great to see referees doing nowadays. As Toddy said, I think Toddy would have said something about that scrum to get the ball in.
Missed tackles at the moment. Halifax have fallen off 10 compared to Canberra's 2. That's telling the story at the moment. Now this is Carl Gillespie, the front rower. Trapped about 15 out from their line again. It's important for the Blue Sox to regain some composure here to complete another good set of 6. A lot of pride on the line here for Halifax.
Well, that's one thing that Halifax have to do. They have to control the ball for the set of 6, get a good go forward and get a good kick and chase, and they're just not doing it. They're really pushing the pass, playing catch-up football and just playing as individuals and dropping the ball like that.
When you think about the history of the game, Halifax have been around since 1895. That's when the clubs in the northern part of England broke away from the rugby union, as it was called in those days. So they've been around for a heck of a long time. 2 championships in 1906-07 and 64 and 65. Possession at the moment going Canberra's way, 73%. That's why they have this handy lead at the moment, 20 points to 0. Time in their own half, Halifax 59% in their own half, which suggests that Canberra are very capable of scoring from inside their own half, like they've done on a couple of occasions. Sloppy handling by Canberra, and now Halifax have it. So they've won 2 championships. They've had 5 Challenge Cup victories, and of course they've had a long association with Australian coaches in particular. Steve Sims, John Dorahy, Ross Strudwick, Graham Eadie, and the current Bulldogs coach from Canterbury, Chris Anderson, was there in the early 80s as well.
Stand up.
Couple of metres inside the Raiders' territory. Now it is Halifax trying the inside pass, but it doesn't pay off for them. Gillespie tackled.
I think Halifax has got to go the left-hand side here. They come right, but on the left-hand side, there's no Canberra players whatsoever.
By Powell.
Look at that left-hand side there. They've got to go wide. Even on the last tackle, they should have a look running the ball. Once again, they're putting the kick in. Oh. He thought he was going for a line out, Dean.
Out on the full.
But see, the option there is the player, Dean, should have some players outside calling the ball, because there was plenty of room to move on that left-hand side. Canberra will not move up whatsoever.
Errors, 3-2.
Carl, give us a hand, please, son. One, I'll keep strong. I'll keep helping as much as I can, man. One.
Ferner, ranging wide over on the far side. Critis, about 8 metres inside Halifax territory. Long ball, Croker. Got on the inside of his man. Here's Nagus again. He's going to have too much space. Nagus is in for a double. He'll run around and put it down pretty close to the black dot, just to the left of the uprights in the end. 24 points to 0. Well, it's turning out to be a real score-a-thon here at Bruce Stadium, and we've just gone past the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, once again, Ricky Stewart directing traffic. Nice long ball there, but the tackling in around the middle there. Jackson missing a tackle, and too much pace as Nagus got for Umaga. He might have scored 5 tries for his Halifax side a few years ago, but we're watching tries go past him again.
Yes, he said plenty of work to do at the back, Mike Umaga. It was all started there when Croker managed to get on the inside, get the hands free, and Kenny Nagus, very deceptive runner. It looks as if the defence is going to get to him. Then all of a sudden he puts the foot on the gas and he charges away. So Nagus gets a double today. That's his 3rd for the year. And there's a real huddle in goal at the moment. Brian Grant just waiting for Ferner to try and add the extra 2, and the soul searching goes on.
Wave time back line if I have it.
No mistake from there. What about the scoreline now? 26 points to 0. Canberra, the Raiders, over Halifax.
Yes, that little man, Ricky Stewart, is controlling things out there, but I think Melbourne knows that this English side, they're pretty strong on the forward, so the ball is always going to go wide out to their classy backs, Canberra. When you've got speed like this, speed to burn, you've got to use it. And they certainly are doing that today, Canberra, and doing it with class.
So 5 tries to the home side. Umaga turns it back on the inside. 26, Richard Marshall is out there for a taste of the football from the interchange bench.
Yes, and he's replaced Asia Mona. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm pretty sure I did.
Pick you up on it.
It was a good try anyway, Toddy.
Yeah, thanks very much, you blokes.
For Eddie Tuolungi. He played it. Now it's back to Marshall again. Rowley at dummy half. Picks up Gillespie. He's about 8 metres inside Canberra territory. Rowley with the kick. Nobody at the back. So a bit of pressure on here. Is it going to go dead? No. Yes! Now, Brian Grant might want to have a look at this one. He does.
Wardy, have a look at it. Have a look at it, Wardy.
David Boyle almost wishing the ball to go over the dead ball. So the video referee called into play for the first time. Chris Ward in control of it today. No real pressure on Boyle here. He had a look over his shoulder, could see that he had a bit of time to move and play with this ball.
I think the ball goes dead, Greg. right on the line. That's
touch and go, but in the end, it was well left.
It was well left. Like you said, Boyle leaves it there, but good chase there through the Halifax side. Jackson, I think, came through, try and put the pressure on them.
So no try.
Yeah, thanks for your help, mate.
And a little knock on.
Knock on.
So the Raiders coughing up the football inside their own half. And this will give Halifax their best opportunity so far in the match. They are desperate for points. Deans puts it in, takes it out. Over it goes to Pearson, having a dart on his own. Taken by his opponent today, Jason Burnham. Umaga at dummy half, having a run. Turns it back on the inside to Bubang. Getting very close to the line now. Desperate defence there. Dean looking for runners on the far side. Over it goes now. This is Dio Powell. Powell taken. Better stuff by Halifax. They're down by 26 points to 0, 10 metres out. Dean, big line up out to the left again. This time it's Pearson, shows it on the inside, eventually turns it infield to Umaga up from fullback. He was taken at a good tackle there by Ferner. Across the face of the uprights and they keep it alive. This is Gillespie now. He's tackled by Stewart and also Croker. Rowley at dummy half. Dean kicking for the corner. Lightning is back there for the Raiders. They're coming through on him and it's into touch. The player touched the post over there. The try line post. What are they going to do?
Have a look at that one. Can you talk to Woody? Can he understand you? He can't hear me. Tell him what we're looking for.
I think the ball's gone back to me from Halifax to hit the corner post before it expanded the door.
Touch judge telling Brian Grant that he feels the player has touched the corner flag. Knock back okay so far.
He hasn't.
Wiki didn't control it. But the ball hit the post, so it's out of play.
Who did it come off, though? Hey, who did it come off?
Waiting for the decision.
We're going to goal line drop out? No try, but we're going to goal line drop out, are we? All right. Back here, boys. Let's come off you, fellas. Goal line, come off you, fellas. Thank you.
No try. Yes, the ball hit the corner flag before Halifax could get it down.
Come off Canberra.
That's a great decision there by the linesman there. He knew what happened straight away. So the ball touched the corner flag. And then Ruben Wiki knocked on at the same time before the ball went out.
Ricky Stewart. Goal line dropout. Umaga back towards halfway. 22 is Carl Gillespie.
Check, please, David. Keep the talk going.
It's a pretty good field position again for the Blue Sox. Ferretti, Tuolangi.
Give us a heat hand, Luke. Talk your mates, please.
Rowley at dummy half.
Talk up, Kenny.
Dean looking for runners and he finds Jackson.
Three.
Dean. Pearson. Goes down a couple of players, bringing Umaga in from fullback. And Dio Powell, the Welsh international.
Have that play on. Play on. Still
Lost it.
Play on.
Play on is the call. It came off the boot. And Umaga driven back in the tackle. 18 metres out from the line. Inside the Canberra red zone. Harrison. Big Carl. Takes it to the 10-metre mark. Final tackle coming up now. Dean, they're going to run it. Pearson, they go wide, and that's a good tackle over on the far side. Ruben Wiki just came in and shut the movement down. The second rower, Baldwin, was ranging wide, but he had nowhere to go.
There's a lot of sides try and get on the outside of Ruben Wiki, but he just lines you up and says, see you later. Look at the drive from the legs, takes him down. That's a tremendous tackle.
Yeah, it's all about timing, isn't it? There used to be a player here called Dean Lance who could tackle like that. It's all about timing. If you connect at the right time, you'll always drive them back.
Royston Lightning. Ferner.
Luke Prentice there on the sideline with a little bad cut on his right eye.
And Simon Wilford's gone on for him.
So that's the blood bin. This match being played under international rules, so they can make 6 interchanges, but that doesn't include the blood bin changes.
No hands there. Wings all you like, but this one going to rule. 3.
The players there from the Canberra side really coming up with a couple of mistakes in the last probably 3 sets of 6 with drop ball. Can't see, oh, just as he gets up now. Oh, not really getting up the play of the ball, Kennedy, but the player, Halifax player, was holding him down.
Come on, get down there, son. Get down there. Hey, he wants a loose head, son. That's a red loose head. Now, roll his head, son.
Dean puts it in.
Yep, out.
Big drive on from the Canberra team, and that is one against the feed.
Stand away.
So Canberra screwing the scrum on that occasion, and now it's Clyde coming away with it. Nothing going right for Halifax in the first half here at Bruce Stadium.
Well, that's pretty poor, the scrummage play using the... Oh, there's a mistake by Bradley Clyde, which you won't see every day.
Chris Chester keeping it alive, out to Tuolangi. He's on the 30-metre mark now. So they've had plenty of opportunities inside Canberra territory in recent minutes, Halifax.
2 in there. No, 2. 1.
They get the penalty here.
2 men in the tackle. Oh, no, what was he doing there?
Stealing the ball. It was not a one-on-one situation as we have a look here. Definitely 2 tackles there. There's the arm ripping the ball out. Penalty to Halifax. Now it's Pearson out wide. Umunga lost momentum. Was in 2 minds whether to keep going or cut back in field. Almost spilt the football in the end. Now it's Dean again. The inside pass to his skipper, Harrison. Good tackle, though, by Hetherington. They're inside the red zone. It is Dean. Out wide it goes down to Chester. Chester keeping the ball alive, 8 metres short. Halifax still with no points on the board. Bit of pressure on the Canberra defence, and out wide Lightning's on his own, but he manages to get it into touch.
Canberra touch.
Plenty of pressure on Royston. Lightning. It will be the Blue Sox with the feed.
Well, this will be nearly 18 tackles in a row if Halifax can hold the ball. You see Royston Lightning had plenty of time to catch that ball. He'd be a little bit disappointed in himself. Boovang coming through and putting pressure on him. But again, the Canberra side really have gone to sleep after getting away with 26 points to 0.
Get down, Canberra. Now roll it. Roll it.
Scrum about 8 metres out. Pearson. And it goes to Powell. Powell on to Baldwin.
Big 10, come on, work.
With the way Canberra defend, they love to slide too on their line. I think what Halifax have got to do is got to start dropping players back inside.
Dio Powell, 8 metres out from the line. Tuolangi takes him on. The former Western Samoan Rugby Union international. Rowley waits for it at dummy half. Dean pushing it wide again. And over there is Chester. Chester got it over to Boovang. He cut back in field, but the cover got across there. He's been told to play it. He was tempted to try and put the ball down over the line. That would have been a double movement. Kicking it behind the line now. A real chase here. The referee looks at it. He wants to have a look at it on the video. And Chris Ward, the video referee, has been called into play again. Halifax believe they've scored their first try. Great kick into the in goal by the Blue Sox.
Yeah, Dean going to the line here, getting a great kick in. Once again, Nagus trying to get the ball down. I think that's a fair try. He's onside a mile here. The referee saying they're going to look for the onside, but he is onside by a mile.
Yeah, you happy, son? Yeah, good idea, man.
Well weighted this kick. Ken Nagus trying to get there first of all. Couldn't make it though. And so
I think Gillespie scored that try there.
Wait for it to come up. Wait, don't kick it, please.
they're on the board at long last. Well executed to that try. Gillespie with the first touchdown for the Halifax Blue Sox. The front rower, 26 points to 4 now.
Yes, it's the only way that Halifax seem to be able to break the line. The defence has been pretty good from Canberra. That little kick in behind. I can't believe the referee called for that. he was right there. They've got to make a decision, and that was a fair try. Good stuff.
Sedin, the halfback, directing the traffic. Gillespie was onside, and he beat Nagus to the ball. 7 tries this year to Carl Gillespie. So he's now scored 7 tries in his last 9 matches. So he's in pretty good form, the front rower.
Canberra made a change. Quinton Pongy has gone on.
And that try was converted. So still a 20-point ball game. 26-6. Hetherington drives himself to the 30-metre mark. Clyde with a good run. Easy meters right up the middle for Bradley Clyde. To the short side, Stewart. Goes it to Kennedy. Ben Kennedy got on the outside of his man. Foden's on the inside. The second rower trying to get away from Tuolangi. Couldn't do so. He wrapped him up, ball and all. But it's the Canberra Raiders ready to hit back again. Croker to Stewart. Out wide now. Burnham. Numbers on the far side. It's not a great pass. Lightning comes back and cleans it up. He's left it behind. It goes into touch. So a bit of a let-off. They had numbers on the far side, the Raiders, but they couldn't finish it off.
And if they had finished it, that was another certain 4 points on the board. Ricky Stewart getting involved again. Jason Burnham just go a little bit too far there. Hetherington come up with a missed tackle. Royston Lightning dropping the ball and it goes out. Let off really for the Halifax side. I think a message from Mel Manning has gone out to the Canberra forwards. Let's get going forward. Let's not be too fancy even though you're that far in front.
I'll play it. Stand up, lads. Give it.
Baldwin, 31 out from his own line. Umunga, pretty keen to come up and take on some of the hard yards from fullback.
Thanks, Kenny.
Dio Powell had a stint with the Perth Reds a couple of seasons ago. Pearson.
All lads, come on, work with me.
He was an easy target in the end for Ruben Wiki on the halfway mark. Dean, the inside pass. They lose their footing there, and Marshall will play it. Dean again, under a bit of pressure, gets the kick in over the top of the fullback Nagus. He gets a good bounce in goal though. So dangerous from broken play is Kenny Nagus. This time though, they wrap him up. It's a good chase by Gillespie and also Tuolangi. Clyde just probing wide of the ruck. Looking for half a gap.
He's a fine player, Bradley Clyde. From a kick return, you'll find he is always the first player back there to take it up, and it really takes a bit of a load off the 2 front rowers to get back now. As you see, Quinton Pongy taking the next one.
Pongia back from a bit of a breakthrough injury. Now it's Wiki through the tackle. Wiki got it over to Lightning, but he had overrun the pass. Wasn't a great pass anyway, and they were lucky that the ball stayed in the field of play.
Well, Wiki and Lightning certainly causing a lot of havoc for that left-hand side defence.
2 men in there with a hand. Break out. Same as over the other side.
You are allowed to rip the ball out if it's a one-on-one situation. Once there are 2 defenders in there, they cannot play at the football. So the penalty goes to Canberra and Ricky Stewart. Kicking his side into very good field position yet again.
Wait for it, Carl. Wait, Carl. Yep.
Walford turns it back on the inside. David Wesley is on there. Wolford at dummy half. Now it's Pongia. Good meters by Quinton Pongia. Again, a penalty.
What's the other man doing there, man? He's not there for holiday, right? 2 men in the tackle. Not you there, man. Oh, no, wait. Oh, sorry, mate. It's over here. What do they want to do? Oh, we got your stuff here. Yeah, I'll play some advantage here. I'll play some advantage.
It's like a stand-up comedy routine out in the middle with Brian Grant. Does a lot of talking. He's 19 metres out now as the play the ball happens, and it's Nagus running from dummy half, taking them on. The gap soon closed though. Michael Jackson was there. Wolford. Inside pass to Pongia. Pongia out the back door to Wesley. Wesley getting very close, and Wesley is in for the try beside the uprights. David Wesley, and that's the 6th try for the Canberra Raiders. They've hit the 30-point mark. It is now 13 points to 6, still 5 and a bit minutes remaining.
Well, Quinton Ponga's only been on for around about 8 to 10 minutes and really is taking the ball forward. Pops a lovely ball there to Wesley. Still had a little bit of work to do here. Steps inside a couple of plays. Umaga come over at the last minute, but just doesn't manage to do it.
Yeah, it's those decoy runners too. Ricky Stewart there really taking the defence across and opening up a little bit for Quinton. But Quinton's showing lots of strength there. He's come back from injury, and this man here has got plenty of power close to the line, and he takes over Jackson and Umaga.
I think Jackson, if he'd gone low there, Todd, he probably could have stopped them around about a metre out. But as you said, Quinton Ponga, a little skill and strength, he goes to the line. If you've got runners, mate, you can do anything on the football field.
Second try in 97, and it was converted, as you would expect, from close range by David Furner. So 32 points to 6 now. Big Carl Harrison, 33 years of age now, the captain, and his side in deep trouble. The restart by the Raiders. Halifax will need to control this football and keep the Raiders out now. Getting close to the half-time break. Tuolangi. Harrison. Big Carl has played 14 tests for Great Britain, 6 for England. A lot of experience.
Well, that ball was forward. The dummy half.
Umaga plays it.
Halifax have made another change. Paul Heighton has gone on. I think coach is starting to panic a little bit. Using up a few of his changes. He's going to run out pretty soon.
Get your boots on, Donny, if he's panicking.
To make a comeback for Halifax and not the Raiders. 10 from halfway. Burnham.
One tackle now, Ben. Come on, work with me, lads.
Burnham filling in some big shoes today, that of Laurie Daly. And he's basically had a mistake-free first half, apart from a wobbly pass over on the far side.
And can you imagine if Laurie Daly and Brett Mullins were out there? Oh.
He's into touch.
Thanks, Michael.
David Boyle, one of the 6 try scorers.
You want the loose head?
Tuolangi doing a great job there on Boyle, bringing him over the sideline. This side will get the ball back. Just under 3 minutes to go in the game. That's a good tackle. Showed plenty of strength to bring him over the sideline. Not an easy thing to do. The Halifax side really going to throw caution to the wind and really try and attack every stage of the game now.
Pearson.
Okay, come up for one.
Chester at dummy half. This is Jackson, taken by Furner. Baldwin.
Jackson's been impressive. Does take the ball forward very, very good. Problem is he has no backup.
Harrison, 10 metres inside Canberra territory. Rowley did well to get back to the feet and keep the ball alive, but they're a bit flat-footed out wide. Now it's Chester trying to get through. Taken by Stewart underneath. Over the top it was Clive. Final tackle coming up. Dean. Midfield bomb. Nagus takes it brilliantly.
Ruben Wiki takes out a player there, takes out Dean. Nagus is away.
Great return of the football again by Kenny Nagus. 30 out from his own line. Stewart. Croker. Croker's about 5 from halfway. Time running out in the first half if they want more points.
We go back to there. See, Ruben Wiki takes out Dean there. That is a dead set penalty underneath the post there for Halifax.
Well, it's play on. And it is Wolford at dummy half a metre inside Halifax territory. Switch of play. They go to the open side. Burnham brings a player on the inside. Furner. He's got the high one. Let's listen to the referee.
21. Here we go. Hey, come out. Mate, it's been a pretty good game up there. Okay, nice and hard. He stepped inside. You leave that part alone. Clear? Yeah.
Michael Jackson being penalised for the high shot on David Furner.
I don't think anything was intentional there by Jackson. He's had a fine game, as I said, in this first half. Probably their best forward. Just a little bit high. Nothing really malice in that tackle at all.
30-metre mark now. About a minute remaining. Pongia pops it out the back door. It's been picked up by Simon Wolford with the step. Wolford with the try. They're in again. The Canberra Raiders 36 points to 6 now, and that is the 7th try in the first half of this Visa Cup World Club Challenge at Bruce Stadium. All smiles. Well, he really wasn't entitled to score that one. There were plenty of defenders around him, but he just put the step on and put the foot on the gas, and it was all over.
It certainly was all over. You see Quinton Bonga taking the ball to the line. Here he is going for a stride, but he just turns Harrison that around, and he had no chance of stopping him. Once again, go on, Brent.
Sorry, Gary. I'm just going to butt it and say the defence from Halifax is very soft. You see, Quinton Ponga there, I mean, there was 2 or 3 players, but he's still able to unload, and that's just been the story of the day. They're just not putting Canberra on their backs and slowing to play the balls down, are they?
No, they're certainly not. But the big thing when Quinton did go forward there, the ball did roll out off the back of his leg, and then Wolford was there to pick the ball up as he kicks for goal.
Sends it through the uprights. So as the half-time siren sounds, what about the scoreline after 40 minutes of football? The Canberra Raiders, they lead by 38 points to 6.
More personal than a territorial grudge match. It goes way beyond national pride. It's city against city, town against town, in Super League's World Club Challenge. This week, see Brisbane take on London, St Helens tackle Auckland, North Queensland go at Leeds, and Canberra shape up to Halifax. All live all weekend in a furious array of strength, precision and power. The Super League World Club Challenge. See it on Fox Sports 2.
Nick at Night has a new equation for good TV, so get ready, get smart, add
Agent 86, 99.